Hello, greetings to you, poopsies, and thank you so much for joining me today for your Pick a Candle Wax Bowl reading video. If you'd like to book your own candle wax reading session, you can go on Bomboni.com. The link's in the description box below. If you want to book your own 15-minute or 30-minute candle reading. So happy fall season. So we shall begin. I'm going to go ahead and pick out some colors that are drawing me in. So if you have, would you like your own candle wax reading? Right now I have the colors purple, red, pink, yellow, orange, and red. So go ahead, let me know what color you'd like and I'll pick it. So I'm feeling red. I'm feeling red right now. We'll go ahead and work with red for candle 1. I'm feeling orange. Feeling connected to orange for candle number 2. I think yellow orange. Kind of feeling yellow orange for candle 3. Okay. So hopefully that's easy for some of you to tell the difference in color. I know not everyone can see color the same way, so hopefully that's not too problematic. So candle 1, if you feel drawn to red, pick that. Candle 2, the orange, pick that. Candle 3, the yellow orange, pick that. You could pick 1, 2, or all 3 candles for your messages. And we shall begin. Let's figure out how to put this. There we go. Oops. One of the candles fell in the bowl. My bad. Okay. So if you pick candle 1, these are the I would say rest of the year, fall season messages for you. I think I'm gonna go with fall season. What's going on in your fall season? Let's pinpoint that. What's happening in your fall season through about the rest of the year, which is December 21st. What do my poopsies need to know about this fall? I'm seeing good health here. I'm seeing something with the ovaries. The flow. It might be a little misaligned this coming months or weeks. So don't freak out. You know, it's just crazy energies, moon cycles. Cycle might be irregular for women. I'm seeing a mask, like not a mask like during 2020, but like a masquerade mask, right? The one you put over your eyes. So there's something very like secretive and going to be revealed to you shortly, okay? So you don't have to concern yourself too deeply with it for the time being, all right? I'm kind of noticing the letter T. Someone first name, last name, or middle by the letter T, the initial T. Maybe that's Tony. But yeah, I'm hearing Tiara or Tiana or something like that. Tiana, something like that. Maybe someone significant I feel in your life. I feel like this could be a new date for some men, like a new woman in your life that you really fancy and you find attractive. I feel like they have really nice teeth. But, so. This is going to be a genuinely a generally happier time for you than other seasons. As you know, every season brings a new thing, right? Just like Virgo season, Libra season, Scorpio season, right? Sagittarius and onwards. So I definitely feel like this Libra, Scorpio, Saggy season, fall season will bring to you a lot of joy. I see a lot of fire sign energy here. I saw the flame, so that tells me the Sagittarius in particular is going to be influenced in a positive way. Now, I know they're more wouldn't they be like winter, fall, winter, cusp, winter season sign, right? And since they're next to Capricorn, but they're still going to feel the effects of this fall, right? It's like something about the fall season shall be felt. How do I say? More strongly for Saggies. Maybe they're going to be in their happier, joyous moments. And that's perfect because they've been kind of struggle busting for a long time. Sagittarius. They have had the short end of the stick. So it's time to get their blessings. What else do we see here? It's like something's going to open up that hasn't opened up in a long time. Could be a physical location, store. Could be just things opening up that you thought like, oh, this is not working anymore. It's failing. It's not progressing. And then all of a sudden it just boom, it all of a sudden works again, Something that's been sticky, lay dormant or stagnant. An energy of stagnancy in general, it's now gonna activate. It's now gonna propel you forward. It's gonna work again. Whatever you've been trying to do for a long period of time, it's not working. It's gonna work all of a sudden, all over again, which is beautiful. I'm also seeing, be careful of like sticky, sweet food. Be careful of things that are not good for your blood sugar in general, your teeth, your digestive system, even oral health, believe it or not, because you still absorb nutrients from your mouth while you chew. So some of you just can't process sugar the same way or the same old snacks. Like I see some of you are like, please don't take offense to this. We all get older and age. But some of you in your 40s and 50s, I'm like, ooh, I see you like chewing on Laffy Taffies and Jolly Ranchers, thinking like you're 12 or 13 right now. Child, let me tell you something, okay? The body changes, all right? So don't be trying to nom that Halloween candy, all right, child? I know you have kitties and you want, you feel tempted to grab it. I would say grab the Kit Kat because that's soft, right? That's malleable, but like, the hard stuff, like be careful of sticky hard stuff right now, okay? You won't pull a tooth or anything, God forbid, but your teeth are more fragile with time and age, so yeah, that doesn't surprise me. So what else do we see here? I'm saying you're gonna have sort of a carefree attitude in the spirit. You're going to just be like, even if people piss you off in the months to come, like randomly, I'm not saying like people are going to piss you off this fall. I'm just saying like once in a while someone ticks us off, right? And gets on our nerves, right? It's not gonna bother you. You're gonna be like, yeah, whatever, man. You're just gonna kind of be chill about it. you're not going to be phased too deeply. I do see you more at rest. There's something about this fall season in particular that invites you to rest and relax more, though. That's the thing. It's like your body is going to just feel like doing it. May crave and desire more solitude and seclusion. I would say this would be a good time to go relax on a vacation too. I hear November in the spirit. That could make sense. It's around Thanksgiving, is it not? So I definitely feel like there's going to be some travel during that time period. Because I kept hearing 23rd. I'm like, what? November 23rd? They're like, yeah. So I'm like, what is that? Is that Thanksgiving? I don't know. Look it up. It's the fourth Thursday of every November, every year is Thanksgiving. The fourth Thursday. So does that fall on 23rd? I somehow don't know, but some year it's 26, some 28, 25. It just depends. And they're reminding me now 23rd is that cusp of, from, I believe, Scorpio season to Sagittarius, right? So that cusp will have that profound shift. You're going to just feel that shift right away then. There's something of an important event in November 23rd. Yes, and they're reminding me now of this premonition I've had months ago where I saw a big event, the biggest event in a long time, November 23rd. Might want to mark that day down. Don't hold my word for it though, but I've been seeing that in the spirit for a while, now that I think about it. Okay, so moving on. So a lot is going to be in alignment with that time period, that time frame in particular, okay? So be on the lookout. I'm also getting the energy of December. And as we know, as the year comes to a close, we're in the last quarter of the year. I can't believe we're here. This was, every year gets faster. This definitely was the fastest year. I would say, like, mentally, I'm still in June, July, to be honest with you. I'm like, whoa, it went so quick. What was I going to say? So December always is a precursor for the next year, and I always tell poopsies every year when I do these readings to pay attention to the month of December because it's the last month before the next year. And December will give you a sample, a taste test of sorts of what the next year will look like. So in this case, 2026. Right? So, pay attention. They say pay extra particular attention to the year 2026. I'm seeing Italy. It might have something to do with the country, the nation of Italy. My dear Italian poopsies, hello, hello. If you're Italian in blood, I'm 7% apparently. No wonder I love pasta and pizza. Oh my God, if you gave me that to eat. Okay, maybe not all the time, but I love it, okay? Yeah, I used to be a fan of wine. Anyway, so my point is there's something with Italy in the spirit realm. December into 2026. Could be, I don't know if it's quite necessarily December 2026. I think it's just, they more imply December of this year into 2026. But keep both options in mind. I don't know, there's something, what is it to do with the country? I don't know, all of a sudden they're all over the news, or it's popular, or something. It doesn't feel bad, but it doesn't feel good. It's maybe sort of in between. I don't know if Italy's been thinking of dividing off into two parts. Is that the case? I don't know why I get that energy. I have no clue. Yeah, again, it's like neither bad, neither good. It's still going to be Italy, but it's like North Italy, South Italy, maybe. I don't know. There's something with maybe agriculture, I hear. Agriculture, resources. Got something to do with banks as well, government, economy. It just makes more logical sense to split it off for some reason. I don't know. I sort of get that energy, but let's continue. I hear Scorpios will suffer. I don't know, there's something about Scorpios. Not necessarily rising or moon, I just hear Scorpios. Scorpio suns, right? That they shall suffer. Maybe even Scorpio moons, because they usually feel deeply, right? So I'm definitely getting this struggle bus energy of deep, heavy emotions. It's giving me like death card energy, hangman energy, right? It's giving tough, like you have to be tough, you have to be strong right now, you have to be tolerant and be patient and wait. You know, time might go slower for those Scorpio poopsies. I hope this isn't rising, because I am rising Scorpio, but it feels like it could for some be too. It could be a time of struggling with something that you have been struggling a long time with, and it just might flare up during this period of time for some reason, with the planetary alignments acting up and kicking in strongly. It's funny, I'm also being reminded again of November 23rd. They're reminding me that it is also the ending of the cycle of the extreme declination and southbound of the Pluto out of bounds for the first 1/10 of the cycle. And it happens once every 10 years for the next 10 years. So they're basically saying on that last day, it's going to give a final blow, a final kick. I hear kick. It's literally going to just kick things off into action or into change. And it will be a lot of uncomfortable change. It will be a lot of uncertainty, but at least we get that resting period until next year, June, July, when it goes in the extreme declination again, out of bounds, 23 degrees, 27 minutes from the sun's view. So I would say it's definitely going to be, if you're confused, I made a lot of videos on this subject. Please refer to my Pluto out of bounds video. But I definitely will say that this is going to be a time period of change, massive reform will continue to unfold even after it's out of that declinatory phase. Okay, so I'm definitely getting like just happiness, robustness, strength. Like you have to be strong even if you're feeling weak right now. Okay, and your health will be good. Whatever you're worried about, your physical health and well-being, it's going to get better. I feel like money's going to be stable as well. I get that last minute impression and vibe as well. Investments will continue to grow and rise. And this is your time to rise, really, to rise above things of old. Try not to, for my advice to those who are going to be struggling with the same old stuff, try not to let that struggle influence you so deeply and greatly, right? Because 10 years from now, it's not going to be the same struggle, right? The factor is at play here that you are living a very diverse life, and life changes, and life can be unforgiving at times, but it's also great at times. So just know that everything has its ups and downs in this cycle of life, and not to worry so much, okay? Worry is just simply planting the seeds for bad things to unfold. So, I like how the candle is still glowing. I think it's like that last glimmer of hope. It's giving me that vibe right there. Like, this is just... there's still some hope. Whatever you're holding on to, there's still light, right? You're the light bearer here. You are strong. You are able. You are capable. Scorpios are very strong. So maybe the messages apply to someone you know as well, who's Scorpio, moon, sun, and I guess rising in this case. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you have enjoyed your candle 1. See if there's any final messages before we move on to candle number 2. Nothing else really is coming through. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and move this aside now. And move that aside. And we shall move on to, let me think. This candle. The orangey candle. Yeah, I believe this was the second one. The orangey candle. Orange, you glad that we're here? Orange, you glad that you got your reading? Okay. What's going on with candle 2? I could have swore I saw like a bear or a polar bear. Might hear something about the polar bears. Those poor things. They have to adjust to a changing world, right? I hear harsh conditions. You might hear something about the polar bears this fall. Even animals, wildlife, those who are going extinct, you might hear a lot about like, oh my gosh, like things are changing so rapidly. There's something with the animals now and the ecology. Something shifts. Maybe some become more extinct shortly. Even plants. Rare plants no longer be. They might have to preserve them in like laboratories, special environments just to continue allowing them to survive. I feel like they're already doing that, like in the jungles. They're just extracting certain plants, seeds already, and keeping them, preserving them in case they die off due to global changes. I hear some of it may be a temporary die-off. It's almost like they think like, oh, you know, this went extinct, but then they're alive in another part of the world, right? So it's not fully extinct, if that makes sense, just in a particular region. They might even discover a new species of flora and fauna shortly. So you might hear a lot about that in this as well. This was coming through in spirit for now. What else does this fall season bring? I would say many changes to friendships. I think some people might start to shy away or back away. Maybe kind of be more self-isolated, kind of recluse type energy. Not really, some of your friends may not feel like hanging out. They may want to sort of just kind of be on their own, off on their own. Let them be, right? Don't try to change them and who they are and force them to do something they would not like to do. You accomplish a lot, Candle 2. I see you get things done. You finish tasks around the house. You really are good at maintaining responsibility and tons of energy in this time. Versus Candle 1 had to like rest. Candle 2 has a lot of like activity. Sorry, it's crackling because this candle fell in the water earlier, so it's going to crackle. But I'm getting an energy of some of you are still sort of not channeling your energy the right way, maybe in too many diverse places. But just know that you overall ultimately are on the right path here, okay? Just know that things will get quickly better, right? Quickly better. Have a focused direction. Like, don't just scatter your mind all over the place or your energy all over the place. Just try to maintain a target, a focus. Like, I'm going to get one thing done today. Tomorrow I'll get another major thing done today. And rinse and repeat. There's more growth that way. Even in terms of your career, I'm seeing, you're going to have to just do it. Just start. Just plant the seeds. And then the growth will come into the winter season so that you can, get through the winter. I know we're no longer in that like phase of humanity where we have to preserve for the winter. But some people still do. There's a lot of jobs that are dead or off season during the winter, right? Especially if you live in Florida. It's, those are your poor months. If you work the boating industry or kayaking and what have you, hotel industry, like, it's pretty dead and cheap and affordable this time of year. Depends. It really depends. It depends, honestly. It depends what you do under the circumstances. But in what part of the region of the world. But what I'm saying is prepare for the winter. You're going to need to, okay? So gather your harvest and prepare for the winter. So, I don't know why I see all of a sudden like parts of Malaysia or like, I don't know, I hear Milan in the spirit as well. Milan. Is that in Italy? Why does Italy continue to come through? What's going on in Italy? What's happening with Italy? I saw this in the first candle reading. Oh, I hear devastation. I hear devastation. Is this a volcano? Is this Stromboli or something going off? Napoli, what is it? What's going off? What volcano's going off? I hear it could be an earthquake or volcano. Or both. I hear ringing bells. I hear alarms going off. There's going to be some major thing, allegedly, there, I feel. Oh boy. Gulp. I pray for everyone's safety. I pray for everyone's peace. I would say get out of there. I would say get the hell out of there. Honestly, from what I'm seeing, I can't ignore spirit. They're usually right. Okay, I don't want to panic anyone, but just allegedly, entertainment purposes only. Use your intuition. If your heart says nothing's going to happen, nothing's going to happen, okay? I feel, again, I hear rumbling, like, I just feel like crying right now. There's going to be a great shaking there. A great rumbling, the greatest they've had in a while. I definitely see the Mediterranean Sea. It's going to affect, probably could cause a mini tsunami there, allegedly, as well. So any surrounding countries, Greece, Albania, be careful, okay? Turkey, I believe, right? That's facing another water, is it? I don't know. Oh my gosh, I have to pull up a freaking map now. You know what I mean. Any surrounding water bordering Italy, be careful. I would say one side. I definitely would say the Mediterranean side. Not the other side by like France and Africa and what have you. Okay, what else? A lot of people may actually end up going to Greece. A lot of people may end up, going to Greece, taking flights. I don't know why you would want to take a boat there, but I see people rerouting to Greece, basically. So Greece might have a little problem on their hands with a little bit of too many people coming at once. But it might be good for their economy. It's a weird, like all of a sudden, and then sorry, the camera shut off. I didn't even realize it. My apologies. I was talking for like 2-3 minutes, so I'm gonna repeat what I said. There's something about you just really finding a lot of new activities or hobbies, crafting during this period of time. And I'm seeing also like politicians running for office in other countries that they're not from. And it's going to be starting to be more common, running for office when you're not even from that country, right? Because it's a part of getting involved. It's a part of unity. It's a part of like, let's all come together. There's sort of that like, we all have to come together now as one unit. It's a very much getting along. Like people are going to get along more now, be more compassionate. More empathy for people. It's a good time for empathy for, you might feel sorry for some, but then you realize like, oh, they're not helpless. They can help themselves. So it's going to be it's a joyous time. I don't know why I see this fall season. It's not going to be bad like people think. It's going to be actually pretty all right. Pretty, at times, fun and joyous. Other times it's going to be just same old, same old. It's not going to be like, for you, candle 2 at least. Nothing cray, okay? So any final thoughts, words, wisdom, guidance, messages, insight, awareness into your situation that's going to fall through December 21st, 2025. What else do we need to know now? October, November, and some of December. Most of December. There might be changes with Alaska, something with Alaska, maybe Alaska, Russia, that border there. There might be I don't know if there's a conflict, but like a determining like, oh, how far can we stretch the border? Because like we need more resources or land or something. I don't know. It's like, do you really need this extra land or something? I mean, there could be a dispute there. I'm sort of getting for Poopsies a personal kind of habitual conflict within yourself. It's like something you realize within yourself that needs healing and correcting, and you're gonna go ahead and work on that and do that, okay? I hear 2026 will be a bigger year for you. Don't worry just yet. I think fall is like your last chance to kind of get some rest, take a break if you need it. Again, it's not going to be a time of rest. It's just going to be like rest before the big events unfold, your last opportunity to really make peace with where you're at now in your life. Just live and enjoy what you have built and worked hard for now. That's going to be an ideal opportunity and time for you to do that. Okay? I know I get cats. This could be a good time for you to buy a cat, adopt a cat, whatever. Those in the cat industry, cat business, I'm not surprised. Business will shoot up during that period of time for cats. Almost getting like, I see black cats, orange tabbies, like those kind of cats, typically tend to, but, don't just do it for Halloween, keep the cat, okay? A lot of people like, oh, I'm just gonna adopt it just a short while and give it away just for Halloween. Like, that's cruel. Don't do that, okay? Don't be silly. Be careful with teas, hot beverages right now. There's something with that. I don't know why I see that. Like you burn you spill it on yourself. That's more what I see. You spill it on yourself. Be careful. Be careful. Even servers, waitresses, waiters out there. Please be careful serving someone hot tea or something. Okay? Don't burn yourself, all right? Spend more time outside. Spend more time in the sun. I feel like there's a lot of people indoors doing too much inside. You need to do equal activity outside, okay? Don't do, I know it's hard to do equal both, especially when you live in adverse climate, winter, whatever have you. Now is a beautiful time of year here, down here in Florida. Oh, it's so perfect. The weather is just pristine. The birds are coming back now from up north, so it's beautiful. But I would say go outside more. I feel like you're getting headaches, or you're getting dizzy, or you're just doing too much. You're all over the place. Some of you, like I've been saying, so just focus your energy, okay? Focus outside. You'll know when you're feeling that ADHD vibe. You're gonna be like, okay, I need to go outside, to help ground me, to help humble me, whatever you feel you need to be doing right now. So what are some final thoughts, words, guidance, wisdom, messages, insights, awareness? Have a laugh more. It's time to laugh more now. I see also someone with autism. Spend more time with your autistic friend, right? I feel like there's a woman here that has autism. Spend more time with her. Maybe you feel left out or alone. Your friend not calling you right now. Just spend more time with them, okay? And if you're autistic yourself, you call up a new friend or another friend, right? Meet a different person. That this friend that's not calling you up, that they're going through too much and always making excuses not to hang out, right? So there you go, candle 2. All right, let's move right along to candle number 3, the last candle of this candle wax bowl reading appointment. It's not an appointment, it's not a booking, but it's a service I provide on my website, right? An appointment I provide on my website, but this is not someone's private booking. That's what I'm trying to say. It's a public reading specifically. TonyBomboni.com to book your own. Okay, my leg's getting like really restless. They're like, why are you sitting here for half an hour? Like several times a day. Okay, so I definitely need to go stretch. I miss doing my workouts, but I can't overdo anything right now. For reasons I've already mentioned. I have to wait about a week more. So what's going on with candle number 3, candle wax number trace, the yellow candle? What do we need to know about fall season for the poopsies through December 21st? I see you becoming more deeply spiritual, like monk type spiritual, like nun type spiritual, like deeply spiritual, or even perhaps religious. It seems like a lot more people are becoming that with time. It's temporary, we know, but I'm not saying it's a phase, but I would say it's a phase of humanity, I think when people are in fear, when they have no one else to turn to, people tend to become more religious. Yeah. Time and time again, nothing new under the sun of history, of global history. So we're temporarily entering a period where more people are becoming more religious. It's normal. It's natural. But this has nothing to do with religion. What I'm saying, though, is that you're becoming more in tune with yourself, more spiritual, more even faith-filled for the rest of you. But some of you, I hear like heathens in the spirit. I don't know why. Like some people are becoming too religious, like to the point where they're like bashing people who are not religious, right? And I'm sort of getting that energy of like judgment. That's all it boils down to, is judgment, right? You're judging people too much, right? Some people are thinking they're better than others because of their faith or their belief. So be careful with that energy. Even God doesn't like a judgmental person. You know what I'm saying? So, just keep your judgment to yourself. Keep it in check, right? Not everyone has to follow what you believe, because how many different beliefs are there in the world? Like an insane amount, right? So who's right? You know what I'm saying? If you think about it, none of us are, right? Only the source knows what's truth. So we're just here to experiment and to practice. And oh my God, I lost count how many times I've changed my beliefs and opinions. Like, we're here to play, have fun, to experiment, to try different things, One thing will stick for a short while. 5 years later, you're a completely different person, right? Some people decide to stick to the same thing for 30, 40 years. That's what works for them. Fair enough, right? Most of the time it's because it makes them a lot of money. But anyway, If you know, you know. But besides that, I would say be like a bee right now. Just kind of try different pollens for a bit, right? That's kind of the energy I'm seeing here. Try to go ahead and experiment with different opinions, you know, open your awareness to what's out there right now, because there could be something out there waiting for you that you haven't tried yet, and it ends up sticking and working. And it's like, oh my god, holy shit, like I can't believe I didn't figure this out before, or do my research, or you know. And so there's going to be a lot of awareness here, a lot of deep awareness about yourself, your surroundings, mostly like your world. Like you're going to look at your home and you're going to be like, ew, I can't believe I had the ugliest piece of furniture. It's like pink purple, like the ugliest hue combination ever. Like I'm saying as an example, I'm not saying that's an ugly combo of colors. I'm saying like you're going to say to yourself, oh my god, I can't believe I had that piece of furniture in my house. Oh my god, it's so ugly, I'm going to throw it away. Like, because you've changed, right? When you change inside, even your furniture gonna change, right? Your bed sheets, everything, your clothes, how you decorate the house. Like it just, it's your surroundings, right? It's your surroundings will change, and it's because you've changed. So you might throw out old stuff that no longer serves you, you know, and your belief, right? Some of you. So yeah, and don't judge yourself. Don't be so harsh on yourself. You know, even newly faith-filled people, fresh off the bat, right? They tend to be so hard on themselves, and tend to think they need to ask for forgiveness for every little damn thing. You know, it doesn't have to be that way. You know, we're not here to be perfect. God knows that, you know. So just chill, yo. Take it easy, yo. Not everything has to be by the book, literally, right? Not everything has to be obeyed by the book, so to speak, metaphorically speaking, right? So just relax. Just relax. Just let yourself read into things. And then go on. Don't be so heavy. Don't read into things too much, though. Like just read a little bit here, a little bit there. Study up on this there. I think you're gonna find a lot more happiness that way. Just a little bit sprinkle here, a little bit sprinkle there. You're gonna be more you free flowing with things is gonna bring a lot more joy than you strictly binding yourself to one particular thing right now. It doesn't have to do with anything like in particular, just anything like a job that doesn't make you happy. I feel a relationship that doesn't make you serving you anymore. Like it just, this is not the time right now to stick. You know, you're not butter, you're not rice, okay? You're not a sticker, you're not Gorilla Glue, okay? So don't stick. And just like they're reminding me again, the honey sticks, right? They're reminding me of the bees, the honey pick, and create through the pollen of the flowers. And they're saying honey sticks because they have made it that way. The flower itself is not sticky until the bee makes it sticky, right? So you are creating everything. You've created everything up till now. The result of your life is the creation of what you have put out, the energy output, the total combination of all your efforts up until now, all the thousands and thousands of days you've been alive up until this very moment. Yeah, so that is the outcome of your life. So where do you want to channel your energy next? How do you want your life to look like on the end of all of this? So it's a time to think long term as well for candle 3 into this fall season. What am I going to do into next year, in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years, in the next 20? You know, try to imagine what you would like your life to be as. And that's going to help shift your mind frame into a new way of thinking, new insights for yourself. And honestly, for others around you, this is a great time to have children, I'm hearing as well. raising a family, starting that family if you haven't yet. I think this is one of the last solid years to do so anyway, before things get a little bit quaky, bumpy. You're just going to shift your mind frame a lot. I think you're going to be, others are going to notice like, hey, you look a little bit more happier in this spirit, right? Like you look a little bit like your spirits are high. That's what I mean. And you say, oh, thank you. You're not, you may be, I feel also you'll accept that compliment fully and you'll embrace it and you'll know like how much work it took for you to get there, right? You'll kind of already know, you're going to pretend like you don't know, but you already know. You genuinely feel a change in your perspective and outlook on life. It's not so pessimistic. You're not as bored anymore with living. I think a lot of people, even with mental health struggles, are going to get a lot better during this period of time. In the fall season, I hear do one last thing this year that you didn't do yet that you've always wanted to do. Do it. You will end on a more positive, higher note if you do so. You will end the year off right. I think this Christmas will also be one of the best Christmases for you personally. You're going to feel more satisfied with how the year finished off, okay? Right now, Spirit's asking me to do something very strange, but I'll flow with it. They're asking me to put this orange crust on top and continue the reading from the last candle reading. And they're saying how I did that, you're going to connect the pieces in that way too, creatively. There's going to be a lot of creative energy kicking in, that sacral solar plexus chakra. They're reminding me of that yellow orange chakra, right? And they're saying that the pieces will come together. It's almost like God will make a way happen for you because you were filled with this faith in yourself. Most of all, he doesn't necessarily want us to always believe in him. He gets it, okay? People are so stuck on, oh, have faith in the higher soul. He gets it. He's not dumb. He knows you believe in him. He wants you. He's more worried about you having enough faith in yourself. For goodness sake, focus on that more, okay? Do you believe in yourself to get things done, to get things finished? Some people say, oh no, it's not about the self. You have to take yourself out of the equation. If you fully take your ego out of the equation, you will be a nothing of a person. You will be a mere shell of a human. You'll be a robot. It doesn't work that way. You have to have faith in yourself. You have to encourage that ego sometimes too. You got to push it a little at times too, because even it gets discouraged, right? We all have to have this temporary ego while we're here. It's an illusionary creation, but we have to have it. It gives us a sense of identity. If you don't have that, who are you? Who do you show up in the world? On a job interview, on a date, when you meet a new friend, they have to know who the hell you are. People think like, oh, I have to get rid of the ego. No, it's a God-given gift. You have to work with it. Oh my gosh. So I hope that makes sense. Have faith in yourself and the pieces will make sense. The part of you, the soul, and the ego will combine as one, and you will allow your true self to come through. I feel for this whole reading, I feel like even all three candles, it's about exploring more of who you are, that moment of stillness where you can have that period of downtime to tap in and realize, this is who I am. This is what it was all about all along. Like you're going to get premonitions or suddenly realize things like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I didn't see that coming, or I didn't see that before. But now I see it. So some people can get more intuitive, more psychic, activated during this time, especially those who have had psychic abilities as a child and now it's laying dormant. it's going to reignite, I hear. It's going to kick off. Yes, kick off. That word is coming through again. Kick start even. I could even be seeing maybe someone doing a kickstarting campaign for a startup or investment. I see it's good to do a startup now, start a fresh new startup at this time. So you see how the readings flow so much like a puzzle. One message kicks off into the next and the next and the next, like a storyline. And that's why I love doing these readings. It's so beautiful and profound what I see every single time. And the messages are so various and different every time. Treat yourself, I see candle 3, as your final message here. You have to start treating yourself. Treat yourself with your favorite cupcakes. Treat yourself better in general, right? Okay, so any final messages? I always love to keep reading until the candlelight dims completely. It seems like all 3 candle lights have been lit, which is such a happy, positive sign for you. That this fall season, for all my poopsies, all my dear poopsies watching, that they're going to have such good news. I hear good news in the spirit. You might come to find your rent's reduced. You might come to find that, I know I hear gift basket. Like you just get a random gift basket or random donation, or you signed up like 5 months ago to win a free cruise, you won the cruise, It's giving me that like freebie energy, And yeah, I am seeing the Caribbean, so that could be a cruise. Or at your work, like, best employee of the month wins a free cruise, 7-day vacay or something like that. So I'm getting just like good news and good cruise. Okay, so yes, definitely book that vacay if you feel you need it. But see how everything I'm noticing now, the orange and the yellow combined, blended together so evenly and smoothly now. And they're showing me that's how even and smooth things are going to go in your life. Things are just going to go smoothly from here on out. And you don't have to worry so much. So for candle 3 specifically, I hear it goes beyond fall. It's more longer term than just this fall season. These blessings. So thank you so much. I hope you have enjoyed all 3 of your candle wax readings. Again, if you'd like to go on TonyBomboni.com to sign up for your own 15-minute or 30-minute candle wax appointment, you may feel free to do so at this time. I'll be waiting for you. I am very excited and looking forward to giving you your own reading. Take care, my loves. Make sure you subscribe and tap the bell if you enjoyed this and you want more reading content like this one. And I'll see you all in the next corner.